Subscribe, comment, like, and share. I really need to hear from you too. Don't just leave my videos like that, please. Welcome back to another episode on The Deliberate Mind. My name is Dorcas Andrew, and today we'll be looking at teach them how to treat you. By them, I mean him, her, or them. Him, of course. A lot of women are in despicable relationships. I mean, they can express themselves really well outside, but when they get to their partners, when they are faced with their partners, they cannot say anything in their relationship. They rather prefer to be led on and treated anyhow than speaking. By how? I'm talking to the men. You'll be surprised that there are a lot of men being bullied by women and they don't say anything. And to make matters worse, the society tells them to be strong because they are supermen and they don't need to cry out. And by them, I'm referring to you teaching your colleagues, your friends, your family members, even your children or your partner how to treat you. Are you asking me why you should teach people how to treat you? Because if you don't, they will assume that you are a dumping site. Anything they bring goes or works with you. You don't want to be considered as a dumping site. And that is why you should teach people how you want them to treat you. 4 ways to teach people how to treat you. Let's delve right into the video. Number 1, you have to identify what you stand for. Identify who you are. Define your values, your terms. What do you stand for? I always tell people this: if you don't stand for anything, you'll be pushed back and forth to stand for everything. So define your values, know what your boundaries are, set your boundaries, and also know what your deal breakers are. Setting your boundaries, defining your values would help you to know the kind of person who can have access to your life. It will even already show people outside that you cannot have access to this person because they watch you. People read you, your body language, your expressions, and everything. So identify who you are and then set your boundaries. Number 2, you have to be assertive. A closed mouth is a closed destiny. So many persons suffer oppression, but they say nothing about it. Being assertive is speaking out when it's important. Speaking out politely. Underline the word politely. Speaking out politely when when people cross your boundaries. Most times I look at women, and because they don't want to lose their relationships, I don't know if they are with alpha and omegas, but because of relationships, they turn dumb. They make it look like their definition, they are being defined by just being in relationships with men. And because they don't want to lose their relationships, they end up losing their voices in marriages, in relationships, even relationships that are not yet marriage. Always speak when it's important. For example, if somebody talks to you anyhow, hey fathead, being assertive is politely responding to them that I'm not going to be called that name. Please don't call me a fathead. Because if you keep allowing it, if you let that get away, tomorrow they will come with other baggages that you do not want. So know when to talk. For me, everyone knows that I'm very assertive, but I'm not rude. So be assertive, speak when it's important, but do not be rude. And number 3 is treating people the way you want to be treated. Oh yeah, a lot of persons are failing in this way. You expect love from people, but you don't give love. You expect respect, but you don't give respect. It doesn't work that way. Life is a two-way thing. So if you want love, give out love. If you want respect, give out respect. When I get into a relationship, I immediately begin modeling for you what I want in that relationship. That doesn't mean that I don't consider the second party or other people who are in a relationship with. But then I have to set an example immediately. I go way beyond boundaries to ensure that people around me are okay. While doing that, I make them understand that there are a lot of things that I don't tolerate. And I actually observe that when I start giving people love, respect, and everything, it comes back right to me. The last way to get people, to teach people how to treat you, is to be ready to walk away. So many people are so clingy emotionally that they are in toxic relationships, but they cannot get out. Now, this relationship thing must not be an amorous relationship. If my colleague continues to treat me anyhow and I've applied the other 3 ways and they don't leave me alone and they keep being disrespectful, I have to cut them off. That doesn't mean I do not work with them, but some other ways considered them before, I'll stop considering them in that way. Yes, 2 can play the game. 2 can tangle. I'm not asking you to fight or something, but know when to walk away. And even if it's in a marriage too, I've always defined my stand. My stand is leave to leave. So don't stay in that marriage and die because it's a marriage. If you're being disrespected, if you feel that your relationship is toxic and you've taught them how to treat you, but they don't want to hear, then get out of that relationship. Be it an amorous relationship or a work relationship or something. If your boss treats you anyhow at work, if you do not get job satisfaction where you are, you should be ready to walk away. I've done several jobs, at least about 2 very significant jobs that in 3 to 4 days, I was one, I was sacked, and the other one, I resigned myself because the things that were happening in those workplaces, I could not take them. Know when to walk away, either in an amorous relationship or work setting or whatever. Even if your family members are beginning to be so much on your neck, you have to know when to quit. Not that they still remain your siblings, your blood, whatever. They are still blood related to you, but you have to cut some kind of access that you have to break some kind of access that you earlier gave them. All these things are very important to keep you emotionally and mentally sane. That's why you see a lot of persons committing suicide and all of that for things that are actually preventable. I always say to people, you are you before you need to belong to a group. So you need to take care of you. If you are being tampered, you can't even function in a group. So intentionally teach people how to treat you. I love you. Please do not forget to like, comment, and share this video. It's not a monologue section. I need your input. See you in the next episode. My name is Dr. Sandra. Ciao, 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 ciao.